Evening. Good evening. Is this on? Yes, right. I think we're off. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to It's Your Own Time You're Wasting, the Homeschool edition. We've got lots in store for you today, lots of things you're going to learn. We've got some fantastic guest lecturers and the chance for you to get involved by telling us some of your fantastic stories from your school days. So here we all are on lockdown, which is a bit like being on a big detention, and I certainly have been doing a lot of lines. It's a really interesting time. I think you can all agree. A lot of you may be parents trying to homeschool your own children. I've indeed been doing that with mine. I've really bonded with my daughter over crafts. I can show you a couple of things we've done. So first of all, we took just a simple almond milk carton and made this terrifying monster. Look at that! Isn't that wonderful? That's good. And then next we made this, which is what I call the brown crown, which sounds like a euphemism, but it's not. It's just simply a crown, and all we had was brown paper. And then lastly, a little tip for anyone wanting to save some money if you're on the furlough, a lot of your children are no doubt into some of the big franchise films, and obviously they coin it in off the merchandise. But no, a little tip to save money. My daughter's a big fan of Toy Story, and by using simple things that we found around the house, we managed to recreate one of the characters from Toy Story. Now, it's quite hard to spot that this isn't official merchandise, but there you go. That's Forky, isn't it, from Toy Story? Some issues with the arms, but yeah. Hello, I'm Forky. Stick us in some cheese, man. You know, the classic line from the film. So that's been lovely. I mean, my daughter is 27 years old, so that is a slight concern, but just a little joke. She's not. She's actually 28. Oh, we've got our first message on the screen by Xavier Gideon Smith. Say my name if yo live. Oh, Gideon, yo am I live? I'm lit, I think. That's what I've heard them saying in the playground. So yes, it's been a real learning curve, hasn't it, lockdown, which is confusing because they keep wanting to flatten the curve just as I'm learning stuff. I personally I'm desperate to go back to work because I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I want to get back teaching your children, as the Daily Mail very kindly pointed out. Definitely not that they want us to go back as cannon fodder for the disease. Little tip, actually, if you are a child and you see an old person reading the Daily Mail, go up and give them a little cough in the face. I've learned a lot from my time on lockdown, learned a lot, and you're going to be learning a lot tonight. I've learned that my wife hates me. It is actually our wedding anniversary tonight, both the character of Professor Hal Branson and me in real life. So that's not gone down very well. I've also learned that you don't actually have to wear trousers to a Zoom party, but I never wore them to normal parties anyway. I've learned that family quizzes are fucking tedious. Oh, all right, Uncle Roger. We know that you got your doctorate from Cambridge and mine was from Sheffield Hallam, but big deal. Who cares what the capital of Cuba is? I've also learned that Sainsbury's do a bloody nice rioja. So lots to learn, lots to learn. Anderson, are you chewing? Oi, at the back. Spit that out now. Right. The show. It's your own time you're wasting. We've got 3 fantastic acts for you tonight who've all recorded their very own homeschool lesson to pass on to you. At the end of the night, we're going to get you to vote on a winner, and we will be awarding a trophy for that. A bit more on the trophy very shortly. But just in case anyone is watching who's never been to see the show live at the Stand Comedy Club, we do have a very short promo clip of the show. So I think we're going to roll that now. Roll that VT. There we have it. That's what it's like, but with actual talking that you can hear. Everyone gave Donald Trump a bit hard time about the bleach, but I think it's bloody delicious. That's my insides sorted. So now we get on to the awkward bit. We are all at home and we're not earning any money. So there is the option to do some donations. I think there's links on the page. If you can donate something, there's various levels of donations. We need a new roof for the school. We need to buy every child an apple. Oh, there you go. Look, they're all there. Buy us out of detention. We need a new school bus. If you don't want to chuck in about £33,000, that will be brilliant. We also asked that throughout the show, if you can comment, tell us what you're enjoying, tell us what you're up to, tell us where you are. We'll read out some of the comments. But also, I'm going to set you some homework, which I'll tell you about in a second. Now, the 3 acts tonight who do your lesson that you're going to see, we're going to crown one of them the champion, the winner, and there is our fantastic trophy. I think I'm just hearing we can go live to Trophy Cam. Oh, yep, there it is. Look at it in all its glory. All of it's $3.99 from eBay glory. Look at that. It has been in quarantine, unfortunately, because it was on holiday in China. Oh, Jasper, put that. My dog eating the trophy, but the winner will be crowned with that trophy when all this passes. So that's what they're going to win. Yeah, so please donate, please like and share. Oh, happy anniversary. Oh, thank you, Xavier. Thank you. I wish you'd tell my wife to tell that, because she stormed off to the park. Will you be dishing out there? Oh, Colin. A lot of ways I could read that, Colin. Colin has asked if I'll be dishing out the cane, as he's been a bad boy during lockdown. If you want to get caned, interpret that however you wish. But no, I won't. I will not be caning you, because actually, if someone can send me a 3-meter cane, I can give you a good meter of it, but we'll have to observe that distance for that. But do tell me what you've been doing that's so naughty that warrants getting your bottom spanked by a grown man in his 40s. That'll be lovely. So yeah, we've got some facts for you. Just some little blips of knowledge just to share with you, just something to take home, maybe to show off at your Zoom party. Oh, I learned something new the other day. So let's have our first fact. There you go. Pigs can fly. They just can't be asked to. Lazy fucking pigs. Yeah, it's a little fact for you. Drop that at a dinner party, you'll be the talk of the town. So I'm going to tell you about your homework. This is everyone who's watching, and I think we've got 25 people watching. It's fantastic. It's almost the size of a small primary school. So what we'd like you to do is write in with your embarrassing stories from school. Send us your most embarrassing school. They can be short, can just be shat myself in PE, or it could be a longer school about something that you did that was embarrassing. If you want an anonymity, please put anonymous. But if you're happy for us to read your name out, please do that, and I'll decide which is my favourite. But we're reading those out throughout the evening, so that should be a lot of fun. We can share. I'm happy to share. Sharing is caring, and I can tell you, one of my old teachers might just be watching along now. You never know. But I can tell you, I was a long time ago. That was when school was in black and white. Joke for you there. So yeah, please put those in the comments. Tap out your embarrassing story, put those in the comments, and we'll read that out. This was in place of when we do the live show, we get our audience to do their best graffiti, which means if we get about 100 people in, we get about 94 pictures of spunking cocks. Oh, Tracy's there. There we go. Hello, Tracy Anderson, one of my old teachers. I think we were an inspiration to each other in a lot of ways. We had a love-hate relationship in that I loved her and she hated me. I'm joking, Tracy. You're great. So I think, how are we doing for time? Oh, it's 15:15. Right, yeah, let's crack on. So our first video is from Mike, who is a maths teacher, who you might recognise. He looks very similar to the comedian Jared Christmas, who is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Mike, the maths teacher, is going to teach you a little bit about maths from his lovely shed. So let's play the clip.
Hello. My name is Mike. Some people call me Mathematical Mike. People don't call me Mathematical Mike. Actually, people don't call me at all. They said to start off with a joke, but I couldn't think of one. I am self-taught in real-world mathematics. RWM mathematics. What if I was to tell you that you've been doing mathematics all wrong because you're institutionalized? Example, addition. Oh, that's easy, I hear some of you say. A number plus another number equals another number? Ho, yes. 1 plus 1 equals 2, but only in institutionalized mathematics. In RWM mathematics, it does not equal 2. I've got your attention now, haven't I? 1, that's me. Another 1, that's my wife Sandra. 1 plus 1 equals 3, because Sandra's sleeping with Doug. Subtraction. Oh, another easy one. 4 minus 3, that equals 1. But in real world mathematics, RWM mathematics, no, 4 minus 3 equals me alone, because Sandra took the kids. Fractions. Oh, now it's getting tough and tricky. Example! Doug has taken 3/4 of my life, and I am the lone quarter, and I feel a fraction of my former self, and I feel like I'm the lowest common denominator. Percentages! Sandra says I was disappointing 90% of the time, but I know she's wrong 65% of the time, which means I was only disappointing 35% of the time, so she can 100% go and screw herself. Although I know Doug is doing 50% of that screwing, so that leaves me 100% sad. Sandra is rubbish at maths because she's institutionalised. She's not a self-taught mathematician like me. I asked her, if this is Doug and this is me, am I greater or less than Doug? And she answered with this. She reckons Doug is greater than me because the hungry alligator always eats the greater one. She got that wrong. Sandra's rubbish at maths. This is where real-world mathematics and institutionalised mathematics divide on long division, because Sandra's 45 and Doug's 31. 31 can go into 45 once, and then it should apologise. But I know in real-world mathematics, 31 is going into 45 again and 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 again. Let's do another mathematical equation. 20 plus y equals 69. We have to find out what y means. And it means why, Sandra? Why, Sandra? And another. 14 times c equals 28. What is c? The answer is... Let me see the kids, Sandra. Let me see them. Actually, that's not fair to Sandra, to be honest. She's been very reasonable about me being able to see the kids. I would say she has been unreasonable banging Doug. 115 plus 99. The answer is 114. No, wait. I got that wrong. I forgot to carry the 1 over. The actual answer to 115 plus 99 is Sandra, you bad!
Hi, Sandra. Yeah, no. Yes, no, she's gone to the park in a huff. Oh, no. Is Mike in his shed shouting? Yeah, okay. What am I wearing? Just the usual. Yeah. Okay. No, we're not interested in upgrading our broadband. Thank you very much. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Right. So we've got someone watching from Uganda. That's exciting. And he's wished us a happy COVID. Oh yes, hello from Uganda. Little treat for you, Xavier. I can say Oliotia Sebo, which means how are you, sir, in Ugandan. And I can also say Imbolo, which means penis in Ugandan. Bet you didn't think you'd be hearing that tonight. I didn't think I'd be saying it. So that was Mike Mathematics video. I hope you all learnt a lot from there about maths and about the crushing disappointment of a long marriage. I've met Doug, lovely chap. He's a PE teacher, actually, built like a shit brick house. So there you go. So if you enjoyed that video, give some likes. You'll be voting for them at the end, but that's the first one you're watching. And please do remember to donate. Hang on. Donation link in the description. That's what this is. We need new books. Yeah. And we need PE equipment. So yes, please do. I hate to beg, but if you could chip in any money, I think the show ticket normally at the stand is about £7. put in that or less, whatever, it all adds up and keeps us working, unless you're watching from the HMIC, in which case this is technically training. Yeah, good. We'll get away with that. Brilliant. So please keep the homework coming in. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of that. But while maths is still fresh in our mind, let's have a little maths fact. Some 41 got their name when they tried to type boobies into a calculator but totally fucked it up. You do the math. That's a little fact for you. Any Sum 41 fans, of which I doubt there are any. So you're learning a lot tonight. I hope you are, and hopefully you're having fun donating and doing whatever you're doing in the privacy of your own home, which you cannot leave. Or maybe you can, but you can if you need to, but don't. But if you want to get on a bus, don't do that unless you're going to work or you're a skilled worker, by which I mean to say a member of the working class who the Tories hate. Brilliant. Well, on that note, let's have another clip from the live show at the stand. We've got a fantastic comedian, Joby McGeehan. He's been doing some great videos during lockdown. You can go and find his page on Facebook if you search for Joby McGeehan. It's spelled Mageean. Because what do we like in the Northeast? He's talking a bit about being a Geordie and the kids at school. So let's watch Joby.
I'm a very proud Geordie. Give me a cheer if you are from Newcastle. Wonderful, lovely to have a lot of people from Newcastle here. Here's a little trick for you, by the way, if you are from Newcastle and you're having a bad day, what you should do if you want to feel better about yourself is you go into newsagents and you get a copy of the Evening Chronicle and you look through it and try and find a picture of somebody who used to bully you in school who's now being arrested. It's a great thing to do. Now, I'm in a school in North Shields. I'm on like one a week. It's fantastic. I'm like, who is it this week? Oh, it's Dean Thompson. I remember Dean. He said I was weird for wearing a suede jacket to school. I'll tell you what's weird, Dean. Stabbing your landlord. Bit weird, that, isn't it? Bit weird, stabbing landlord. Downright free, Dean, to stab your landlord.
Stabbing your landlord. Oh, it was fun. I mean, it's not weird. It's technically a criminal act. So please don't stab your landlord. Or if you're going to do it, make sure you do it from 2 meters away and maybe use a lance or something like that. Right, homework overlay again. All right, excellent. Here we go, homework. So please send in your most embarrassing stories from school. Don't be embarrassed. I'll read out some of mine. One of my teachers is watching. She can tell you some of the terrible things I got up to. But before, obviously, I was politely asked to leave the school. So please do send them in. I'm excited about reading some of those out. And also do support the show. Give the Fingers and Fringe Facebook page a like. Give the Joke Pit, who are supporting all this fantastic action and making it all go live and look and sound so brilliant. I mean, I'm doing a lot of the work, but you know, they're getting it out to you. I've got a page, Hal Branson, the Professor. So please go and give that a like. Follow all the comedians on Twitter. Support us all during this rather odd time. Okay, I think we're going to see our second clip now. And it is from Jack Johnson, who is locked in his house at home, and I think he's going to give us a little tour of his house, and let's see what we can learn from that. So let's see our second participant, Jack Johnson.
Hello, I'm Jack Johnson. Thanks to Fingers and Fringe for having me on. Thanks to Hal for hosting. I thought because we're all stuck in lockdown and we're all stuck in quarantine, I could give you a little presentation / tour of my bedroom, since that's where I'm spending most of my time, as I'm sure you are as well. I know that sounds boring, but trust us, I'll show you how I've been making my own entertainment, showing you what I've been getting up to in my spare time during this crazy time. And don't worry about Chad here. He's just a life-size cardboard cutout of the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's not real, he doesn't move or anything, he just stays there. I know it's a bit weird, but we'll talk about that later. So the first place I'm going to show you is the window, the bay window in my bedroom. So let's go. Wait. But YouTubers do this. How does it not? So here we are at my window, and there's not much going on in my street here in sunny South Shields. I like to keep the window open a bit to get a little draft in. Yeah. This is the street where I'd normally be outside and hanging out with friends. But obviously, at the minute, we're not allowed to pull it together, man, Jack. Come on, man. So that was my window, and next I'm going to show you what people say is where the magic happens, and I'm going to give you a no holds barred look into what I get up to in bed. I miss Greg's. I think one thing this quarantine has taught me is how many days that I can confidently go without having to take a shower. And I think for me, I can confidently say it's like 14 weeks is probably like the optimum time for boy, do I smell fungal infection. So right now what I'm going to show you is where I spend most of my time at my desk, working, doing stuff, staring into the abyss. Okay, so here we go. So we'll start over here. I have two guitars that I keep over here. Got some posters on the wall there. As I'm coming around, I also do music under the name Jack Fox. Got my GoPro and stuff set up. Here's the most important. Here's the most important bit of my desk, my laptop, which I use every day in and out to do lots of important work on. More GoPros and stuff. Got some towels that I use for drumming. Lots of gig tickets on the wall as we go up. It's just a lot of mess, really. Just a lot of unnecessary mess, but organised chaos. You know what I'm saying, guys. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been a quick tour of my bedroom. Thanks to Fingers and Fringe for having me. Thanks to Hal for hosting again. I hope you're all staying safe out there, washing your hands, and keeping your distance from everybody. Hopefully see you on the other side at a live show sometime. All right, thanks very much, guys. Peace.
And that was Jack Johnson and the tour of his quarantine bedroom. Now, if you have been affected by any of the issues in Jack's video, please do get in touch and tell us more about it. It's amazing that, even though it was a video, I really felt like I was in there and I could smell all those lovely smells that I'm sure are in there. And his towels, which were for drumming. Yes, sure, mate, sure. I was a teenager once. I know what those towels are used for. Yes. So that was Jack. Fantastic tour of his bedroom. I think we're all in a very similar circumstance, pacing our house, desperate to go out and see someone. Hire a cleaner, have a chat. You get your house cleaned as a bonus. So we've got our first bit of homework has been submitted, an embarrassing story from school. It's short, it's sweet, but I love it. And it's from Colin Mayhew. Colin writes in to tell us, I got suspended from my high school after pissing in my sociology teacher's flask. Now, obviously you were skipping English as well, because there should have been an apostrophe, because that flask belonged to the teacher, so it's teacher's flask. So, Colin, perhaps that's what you missed in the time you were suspended. I mean, quite a lot of questions about that, Colin. Why did you want to keep your piss warm? Interesting one that was. Were they drinking from it at the time? Why had they left their flask unattended? Is that all you can piss? I reckon I could fill 3 thermoses. Actually, little true story. This is a real true story. Went to Sainsbury's before, was in the queue. My wife was in the car on an anniversary. What a way to spend it. And our daughter was in the back. She's 27. She's not. She's 3. And she needed a wee. And she did it in an empty packet of popcorn. So there you go. She has been suspended from the house for 3 weeks. So, well done, Colin. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'd like a follow-up. Did Colin drink the warm wee? Who knows? Was there anything in the thermos? Oh, hello. We've got another one. Melanie Rayson, who I'm guessing is a relative of one of the people who's running this show, Fingers in Fringe. So Melanie says, at school, having a conversation with a couple of nuns, as you do, you don't, and letting out a loud fart, then continuing the conversation completely unfazed. My brother never let me live it down. Your brother's a nun. That's great. That's great. I mean, I'm sure they framed it as just the exercising the devil from your eggy body. So thanks for that, Melanie. If your brother is watching, let her off. Girls fart too. It's true. It's a fact. Speaking of facts, we've got another fact inspired by Jack Johnson's presentation. So let's have our third fact, and that is that Jack Johnson can fly. He just can't be asked to. It's a little fact about Jack. Do go and check your mic before you wreck that mic. No, go and have a look at Jack's music. Jack Fox, he's in a band as well. And I should know the name of that, but hey, I'm a busy professor. Why don't you go out and find out for yourself? But they're really good. Oh, Melanie Rayson has just put mummy. Hive mind, thank you. I mean, ironically, I asked the internet for Jack's band name, and I believe that's what the kids say. Oh, hive mind, hive mind. Just fucking Google it. Just Google it when people say hive mind. That hacks me off. Now you've got me angry. I'm an angry professor. Almost as much as life hack. Old life hacks, old rubber bands can be used to make shoes. They can't. They can't. No more life hacks. Sorry. I'm sorry. Please donate money. Please. Give us some money. Please. Oh, right. It's not all. It's not all. A lot of learning, you know, is academia, it's maths, it's English, it's history, it's Latin, and math. But our final lecture is from a dear friend of mine, Seymour Mace, and he's going to teach you something which I think you can see is going to come in very handy in a few months. So let's see Seymour's video.
Hello students, today's lesson is called How to Make a Fucking Roast Turkey Out of a Bath Towel. Who knows, we could still be locked down by Christmas, so it's important for your mental well-being that you still have your Christmas treats. So I'm going to show you how, using a simple towel, you can create yourself a roast turkey for the Christmas dinner table. Make sure it's a bath towel, number one. Big fucking towel is what you want. Yeah, you can do it with a tea towel if you want it to look like a scrawny fucking roast chicken, or you could use like a handkerchief if you want to do like a quail or something. If you want to fucking up your arse type. Do you know what I mean? If you're a posh, for example. So yeah, I'm teaching everyone. We're all in this together. Really. Anyway, here we go. You put your bath towel down like that, put your bath towel, which will become a roast fucking turkey. Now what you want to do, you want to fold, you want to not fold it, you want to roll it up along one edge, roll it up all the way along like that to the middle of the towel. If you've hung the towel properly in a kind of OCD fashion, then the fucking middle should be marked on it from years of hanging it up. If not, well, you just have to guess, won't you? These are the fucking things that are said to try us during times of lockdown. Historically as well, I remember that chapter in the Bible where Jesus was locked down in the desert and had to figure out how to wear his sandals and not get so much sand. And anyway, that's why they're called sandals, you know, because they used for walking on sand. It's funny, isn't it, what you learn? Well, it is a lesson, so there you go. I don't actually know if that's true. I'm fairly certain it isn't, but hey, fuck, it could be. Right, so then you get the other side, you roll that up equidistant to the middle as well, so then you've got two rolls like that. Then fold them in half, and you want the split there like that. You want that on the outside, fold that like that. Then you pop it on your arm for safekeeping there. Now what you want to do, see these four holes here? You want to get the ends of the towel, and you have to drag them out of the holes like that. So they're just poking out the ends like that. There's one, there's two. There's three there, three. I'm loving lockdown. Living the vida lockdown. There's four there. There's four. That one's popped back in. We'll just get that one back out. And then what you want to do, you want to grab two sets of two. Okay, so and you want to do it across that gap there. You want to do it across that gap rather than that way. So across the gap. So you get these two here. You get that one and that one. Hold them together. Then you get that one. And you get that one, hold them together, and then you simply pull them apart, and there, ladies and gentlemen, is a fucking roast turkey. Enjoy your Christmas dinner. Maybe don't use a green towel.
Well, thoroughly enlightening from Seymour there. Also, don't use a green towel. Don't use one of Jack Johnson's towels, because who knows what's going to pop out when you pull it thusly. A lovely fact about sandals. Oh, Jack, love you, Professor Hal. I love you too, Jack. I hope you realise this is all in jest. I think the fact about sandals, even though it's not a fact, is probably the only thing that's been said in this show that is true. So there you go. We've got a fact related to that. So should we have that up on the screen, please? Our final fact. Turkeys aren't actually from Turkey, but hens are from Crete. There you go. Didn't know that, did you? It's where the origin of the word hen party comes from, because a hen was getting married to a Cretan man and went out drinking and got some little cock straws. Cock, see, that's where it comes from. That's where they have cock straws. Everyone thinks it's rude. But originally that was a male hen, if that's what a cock is. I know what a cock is. This is getting weird. The wine is nice. Obviously, a lot of you who go to school or leaving school, university, college, things like that, you'll be looking to get a job. I mean, good luck with that. There's none left. You want to get yourself furloughed, mate. That's what it's all about. But no, you'll be looking to get a job. You'll be looking to put in all this hard work that you've done, all these things that you've learned into getting a job. So I've got a little clip from one of our live shows telling you about my first job when I left school. So let's play that.
Anyway, so I got expelled, right? I got expelled and I ended up getting a job. I applied for a job, right, at this local hotel in Chollerford called the George Hotel, right? And I applied for a job as a room attendant. That's what it was listed. I thought, this guy can attend a room. Turned out I was a chambermaid. It was a chambermaid. But it was at Euro 96, during Euro 96, the Pan-European Soccer Championships, right? And the French football team came to stay at the George Hotel where I was working, right? This is a true story. And I ended up being Zinedine Zidane's personal chambermaid, right? Sounds like that. It's a true fucking story. Best footballer in the world, I was his chambermaid. And it was so surreal, right? Because like the hotel, they put security, there was like fences everywhere, there was like journalists, sort of camera, photographers, fans, all like round the perimeter, just trying to catch a glimpse of the French football team. And this guy was in Zinedine Zidane's bedroom, just wanking him off while going, he loved that.
He loved that. I mean, it helps if you can see what my hand's doing in that clip there. Now, I talk about this story quite a bit on stage, tell that story about the French football team. And I think a lot of people think that I sort of make it up for a laugh, right? But I didn't, right? I can prove it to you. All right, where is it? So, where's my finger? There it is. So that's Zinedine Zidane, the footballer who headbutted that bloke. And that's me when I was 16, quite stoned, hence getting expelled. So that photo was published in the in-house staff magazine at the hotel where I worked at. It was a hotel in Chollerford, which is a little village near Hexham in the northeast, and it was run by the Swallow Hotel chain. And what I love is that this magazine is the in-house staff magazine. And at some point in time, there was a meeting, and they were deciding what they were going to use for the in-house staff magazine name. They were going, well, come on, let's throw some ideas out, guys. No idea is a bad idea. Check them all out. George Hotel at Chollerford, Swallow Hotel chain. What should we call it? The internal staff magazine. And this is what they went for. Swallow this. Swallow this. Brilliant. Absolute genius. So There you have it. Right, let's see what comments. Oh, by the way, the person who farted in front of two nuns was someone's mum, Matty's mum. She's my mother. He said in the comments. Have we got any more comments? Is turkey a male chicken? Asked Sarah Rayson. The Raysons really are ripping up this thread tonight. Is turkey a male chicken? Come on, we all know that. No, they're not. Turkey is not a male chicken. A turkey is an uncle chicken. It's a big uncle chicken. That's what happened. No, I think what happened was a chicken slept with a pheasant in the olden days, and that's how we have turkeys for Christmas. Right, so we'd like some more embarrassing stories from you guys. So if you've got any more of those, we would love to hear them. Also, now is your chance to vote. So tonight you saw, I think you said Mechanical Mike. You saw Mike and the Mechanics. That was a turn up for the books. No, you didn't. You saw Mike Mathematics. You saw Seymour Mace. You saw Jack Johnson. So please write in the comments who you enjoyed, and the winner is going to win that fantastic trophy that we saw being mauled by a dog. So yeah, please write down who your favourite was. Keep donating. Just imagine this is like comic relief is in a way, but with much less needy people. So yeah, please do that. We're going to announce the winner at the end. So vote. Right, we've got some live comments. Let's see if these are embarrassing stories. No, everyone's saying vote now, which I agree. Vote now. Say who your favourite was so we can announce it. I tell you what we'll do. We're going to have another short clip from one of our live shows, a comedian called Cy Beckwith, who's going to tell you a bit about his topic. And then hopefully we'll have some more embarrassing stories. I might tell you one of mine. And then we shall announce our winner. So let's have the clip of Cy Beckwith, please.
You can take any celebrity, right? He's taking any celebrity and turning them into an animal, right? And I've got some examples to show you. So what I've done, right? So the next easy one to start is Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, right? Second one I've done was Jeremy Beagle. Jeremy Beagle there. I've also done, this is a classic, just Seal. Nice easy one. I've also got this is one of my favourites. Lionel Richie.
Why is he upside down?
Good question. It's because he's dancing on the fucking ceiling fence. That's a fucking double joke, eh? I mean, you can't enough, but I am 35 and this is what I've chosen to do in my life. I've also done who's this? It's only fucking Jay-Z, bruh. And this is my favourite thing about this, right? This is why the Animal Kingdom is much better. Because in the Animal Kingdom, in no way Jay-Z would have got away with cheating on Beyonce. And then, I think this one's a bit cheaper, sorry. It's Vole Fielding. Little Vole Fielding there. And then before I go, I'll show you, this is my favourite thing I've ever done, right? It's only Jarvis Cocker Spaniel.
Jarvis Cocker Spaniel, there we go. So those are all clips obviously from the live shows, which when things are back to normal, whatever normal is, guys. Do you remember the before when you could go out and see live comedy? Anyway, that's what the show looks like. And we'll hopefully be back at some point, maybe next year, maybe the end of this year. But please do come and see one of the live shows. It's Fingers and Fringe who run it. Go and like their Facebook page. It's Joke Pit running this tonight. Please like their Facebook page. They do loads to support live comedy. Comedians all up and down the country. They've been working overtime in lockdown. Please follow the comedians you saw on Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. I think the links have all been up on your screen. And a big thank you to all you lot for chipping in. Have we got any more embarrassing stories? Am I going to have to read one of mine? I'm trying to think. I've got so many to pick from. But I'm trying to think what the worst is. I'll tell you this one because I was quite young at the time, so it's not that bad. It's not like I shot myself or anything. Did lots of that later on. But basically, when I was at Hexham Middle School, there was a competition competition called Tell Me a Story. Although if anyone's been to Hexham, it's a small market conservative town, one of the last remaining conservative constituencies in the northeast. And I think that very subtly you can tell that. See what they did there? Tell me a Tory. Tell me a Tory. Haha, to get you while you're young. Anyway, so I must have been, I reckon, about 6 or 7 when I wrote this story. I'm not going to read it all, but it's an insight. I get mocked quite a lot on the northeast comedy scene for being posh, right? And I'm always like, I'm not that posh. I'm middle class. I'm not that posh. But this story does give an insight into what a precocious little shit I was. First of all, the title is The Mystery Ingredient, right? Shows I had, good knowledge of puns, but the element of suspense. I don't know if any of you guessed what the mystery ingredient's going to be. But the story is all about me going out for lunch for my birthday. My mother took me out to lunch. I chose the newly opened restaurant Posh Pasta. I loved Italian food. I was 7 when I wrote this. Anyway, what happens is the waiter brings our food on the tray. I finished my lasagna, classic Italian meal, and was waiting for my mother. I was sucking up the last of my milkshake, making an irritating noise, hoping it would make my mother hurry when I noticed it. It was some sort of plastic coupon stuck around the bottom of my straw. I took it out, licked it, because hygiene wasn't important then, and I read it. It was a lucky draw. You could win a day in the Posh Pasta kitchen. You had to write your name and address. I then went to the toilet and hid it, put according to this, and then this is the line. This is the line that gets you. Remember when you were 7? What sort of things would you eat when you were 7? What sort of things did you want to eat? This is what I wanted to eat when I was 7. For pudding, I had a delicious kiwi fruit sorbet. What a prick. Oh, kiwi fruit sorbet. Anyway, cut to the chase. I'm sure you can see what's happening. I win the day, obviously. Born winner. Wrote myself in as the winner. I go to the Posh Pasta kitchen. I ask the chef, can we make the kiwi fruit sorbet? He says yes. When he's not looking, I get some mysterious green leaves and put them in the dish. It's almost like they knew I was going to smoke loads of weed when I was older. I don't anymore, but whatever. And it turned out it was, any guesses? Guess in the comments. Basil. No, it wasn't. It was mint. And I'd sign off by saying, I'm proud to say that to this day, Branson's birthday sorbet is still on Posh Pasta's menu. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's not quite what I was looking for, but I hate that kid. And that kid was me. Right. How are we getting on? So I think the votes are coming in thick and fast. Before I'm told the winner by the backstage crew, can we just take this time to say thank you very much for watching. This is the first time we've done this. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We are now doing this for the next 4 weeks every Monday, so we'll be back next Monday same time. I'm back for 3 more lectures for you to choose from. We've got some brilliant ones lined up for next week. We'll be announcing those via the Things and Fringe Facebook page, so keep an eye on Joke Pit, keep an eye on Things and Fringe. Give my page a like, Hal Branson, and then we can tell you you'll get to watch more of this. So, do we have the winner? Oh, we do. It's been announced. It's been announced. Right, everyone at home, do a drum roll. If you've got kids, it's going to wake them up. I have. Look, that's the monitor. I don't see my daughter sleeping. Is that weird? Probably is a bit weird, isn't it? She's fast asleep. Okay, drum roll. For the first ever, it's Your Own Time You're Wasting Homeschool Edition, live via Joke Pit by Things and Fringe with me, Hal Branson. Our winner is Seymour Mace. Seymour Mace is our winner. So please all go and get your towels, make a turkey in celebration of him. A turkey is not a male chicken. That's what Matty, the son of the nun farter, asked his sister. What an embarrassing boy. So yeah, genuinely thanks for watching. This link is going to stay up, so please share it, tell your friends, tag your friends in, pass it on if you've enjoyed it, tell people if you haven't, shut up, all that. Still got it. So yeah, the link will remain up for a bit, so please do go and watch it and share it with your friends. Please, if you can spare any money, donate it to the NHS. Then if there's any left over, give it to us, obviously. So yeah, that's the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, 51 minutes. That's not bad, isn't it? That's about the length of a lesson. I'm off to find Mike Mechanic's wife, Sandra. So we're going to leave you with a fact. We'll be back next Monday, same time. We'll leave you with a nice little fact. But thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the other side. Here is your final fact of the night. Amazon don't actually deliver to the rainforest. Even if you've got Prime. F you, Bezos. Right. Good night. See you next time. Bye.